ingredients, including real garlic. Check that out. And look, best kitchen helper ever, right in the middle of the kitchen instead of in your assumed position. Second best kitchen helper is here as well. We got, I almost said the wrong thing again, butternut squash. Those were grown at our farm, and we figured since we have them, we might as well make some butternut squash soup and show you guys how to do it. It's really good. We haven't had it in a really long time, but we're gonna make that, and I'll tell you everything that goes in here in just a second. Let me go check on third best kitchen helper ever. Your fourth best kitchen helper ever. We know you're good. There she is. Fourth best kitchen helper ever, holding down the living room. Welcome back to Snow Dogs Cooking, where if we can cook it, so can you. As I said, we are making butternut squash soup. Also, apologize for the videos kind of being there and not being there. Technically, we're supposed to be uploading every Sunday. If you're ever wondering where we are, check out our vlog channel over at youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs. Most of you guys know already, last week, gosh, was it really a week and a half ago now? Memphis had a tooth pulled. So life was a little bit hectic around here. She's perfectly fine. There's some videos up on that if you want to go watch it. But we're back to making food because we need to eat, and so do you. So real quick, we're going to go over what you need for this recipe. You're going to need about 4 pounds of butternut squash. Now, we are going to cut these, cube them, and de-seed them, which is what Jamie's working on right now. He's peeling them, and then he's going to cut them up. You're going to need a little bit of olive oil. You're going to need about a tablespoon of butter. We're going to use half. If you have a small onion, you can use a small onion. I'm going to use about half of this medium-sized onion for this. We're not using garlic today, you guys. Look, real garlic. Oh my goodness. You're going to need about 3 cloves of minced garlic, so we're going to mince that up. You're going to need 1 russet potato. You're going to need 3 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth, whichever one you prefer. We're going to need a little bit of cinnamon, salt and pepper. You're going to need 1 large carrot. I didn't have large carrots. I had baby carrots, so we're just going to cut up some of these. And some coconut milk. If you can find the small cans of these, you really only need like the 5-ounce can. They didn't have one, so I got the big one. So we're going to use half of that can. And also, because we're using unsweetened coconut milk, we're actually going to add about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup as well to give it a little bit sweeter taste. If you don't want it sweeter, don't add this. But this is going to give it an extra good taste. You can put nutmeg in this. I don't like nutmeg, period. Like, don't like it. It's also very toxic to dogs, so I don't think I even have any in this house. But you could add like a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg as well. But I'm not doing that. We are going to be making this in the Insta Pot. If you don't have an Insta Pot, you can boil this on your stove. You want to boil it until this stuff gets nice and soft. So that's, but we're doing the Insta Pot because it's easy. I love my Insta Pot. Okay, let's prep some stuff. While Jamie is getting the squash ready, I'm going to cut this in half and dice up this onion. Ooh, Jamie's cutting up the squash. Memphis is waiting for anything. All right, Memphis, look at, we got you like a little tiny shaved piece of uncooked squash. If you guys are going to feed your dogs uncooked squash, make sure it's like a little tiny shaved piece. Oh, look, here's kitchen helper number 2. She's like, hello. I would like a little tiny shaved piece of butternut squash as well. You don't want to feed them chunks like this because this can actually cause digestive upset. But if you can see, Jamie made like little ribbon.
Yeah, it's easy to shave.
Yep. So they can have a little taste of it. Ooh, do you like it, Eleanor? It's kind of like pumpkin. All right, we got to get one for the princess. Oh, princess, would you like to try a little tiny piece of butternut squash? A little tiny butternut squash ribbon. What do you think? It's kind of like pumpkin. Good job chewing. Good job. I don't know how many baby carrots equals a large carrot, but I'm going to do about that many. I'm not going to cut these up or anything because we're going to use an immersion blender at the end of this, and they will mash up just fine. But that also means carrots for the dogs. You chewed that. I don't know if I've ever seen you chew a carrot. Carrot for you. I knew you were going to chew it. All right, next dog. Hello, princess. Carrot. Got that good crunch? Good job, good job. Okay, I'm peeling the garlic. If you guys don't know how to do this, there's a whole bunch of different ways. You can buy these fancy garlic peelers. I just do this, and I put the knife on top of it, and I squish it down a little bit, and the peel pops off. You can see, I squished it, kind of popped open. That's how I peel my garlic. Everybody does it differently. That's how I do it. Jamie is still cutting squash.
Oh, it looks great. Oh.
It does. It looks awesome. It really does. We grew those.
I know.
I should send my mom a picture. Really are a very encouraging little helper. You know that? Very encouraging. So Jamie's now peeling and dicing up our one russet potato. You can just put it right in this bowl with the carrots.
Same size? Or...
Yeah, or a little smaller, but yeah, it's all going in there together. We've got all of the squash cut up. We've got our onions cut up. We've got pretty much everything ready to get this started in the Insta Pot. All right, we're gonna set the Insta Pot to saute. We're gonna take a little bit of olive oil, put it in the bottom of there. I don't know, like a tablespoon or so. We're pretty much just frying up onions in this. Tablespoon of butter. Make sure there's no paper on it. Drop that in there as well. Let that melt. Once all that's melted, you can see it's a little bit of bubbly. You can take your half of an onion or small onion, put it right in there, and now we're gonna cook these for about 5 to 7 minutes. You pretty much just want them to be translucent. All right, minced my garlic up. This is 3 cloves of garlic. Once your onions are looking pretty good, we're gonna put the garlic in there and we're gonna cook it for about a minute. You want it to get pretty fragrant. All right, once that's all done, go ahead and pour in your 3 cups of broth. Pour it right in there. Next, we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm actually gonna stir this in real quick. Next, I will be adding 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Again, completely optional. You don't have to add this if you don't want to. And dump everything else in. All of it. All of your I almost called them sweet potatoes again. All of your squash, your potatoes, your carrots. And no, that's not all of our squash. We've got this much more to go in here as well. Hey, look, it all fit.
It's awesome.
Okay, like I said, we're using the Insta Pot. Don't forget to make sure your seal is sealed. And then we're going to set this on pressure cook for 10 minutes. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes for this to come up to temperature. Then it's going to count down for 10 minutes. And then we're going to let it naturally release for 5 to 10 minutes after that. My best kitchen helper ever. That's the best position for you to be in right there. Then I'm not tripping over you. All right, so this is now already come to pressure and it is now just doing a natural vent. I'm going to let this go to about 5 minutes. Then we're going to vent it. And then we're going to use this beautiful KitchenAid immersion blender to make this all nice and blenderized. If you do not have an immersion blender, you can use a hand mixer. You can take the soup out and put it into like a food processor if you want to, or you can use a potato masher and mash it up. The immersion blender is gonna make it the most creamy, but you don't necessarily have to use that. Ooh, what are you grabbing?
I love this machine.
That's for pastry.
I mean, it works.
It would work. That would work also. Definitely one way to put some humidity into the house. Now,
smells good.
It does smell amazing. We did not forget about the coconut milk. This goes in after this. Same with salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. This goes in after we blendify this, which Jamie is going to do for me right now.
Hey, let's do it.
Ooh, pop that open.
Mm-hmm.
Careful.
Ooh. It smells so good.
It doesn't it? It smells amazing. All right, we're going to blenderize this. All right, go ahead.
Low speed or high
Yep,
speed?
you can do either. Start however you want. Yep, and then you hold the button, and you can lift up a little bit, and we are,
so soft.
That's the point. We're gonna blenderize this until all of that is nice and creamy. We'll update you in a second. Memphis, you have a look on your face like it smells amazing in here. Does it smell amazing in here? Look at that nose go. She's like, whoa.
It smells good.
Dad, smells so good. I know. We effectively made baby food. Isn't that what it looks like?
I mean, it does. It does. It does.
It smells better though, doesn't it?
Okay. I mean,
it smells really good.
Food smells good.
So now, if I'm gonna hand you this coconut milk. Wait, I need a better spoon. Hold on. Go ahead and slowly start pouring that in. This just makes it creamy. This is actually another one of those things that doesn't have to go in here, but it does make it a little bit creamier. So we're just gonna stir a little bit of that in. I am gonna add a little bit of salt, like just a couple of shakes of salt.
Tasted it.
And a little bit of pepper. You can add more later. But I add a little bit. Get that cooked down in It smells so good. All right, time for the taste test. Ooh, we did it. Butternut squash soup. If you're wondering what that is, it's just a little bit of coconut milk. Jamie also put a little bit of cinnamon on his.
And coconut milk.
And coconut milk. It's hot, but I want your review. Mmm, baby food.
I like it with extra cinnamon.
Yeah. You could put more maple syrup in there too if you wanted to.
No, the extra cinnamon on top, that's perfect.
Yeah? Yeah?
It reminds me of a really good squash soup. I mean,
It's because we just made a really good squash soup.
I mean, I like it.
Literally what we made. All right, we're going to eat some dinner. Hi, Kira. Everything's off, so you came in here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, my goodness. This looks and smells amazing. Not for you, ma'am. Not for you. And that, my friends, is how you make super easy butternut squash soup in the Insta Pot. Holy cow. Now, I've had butternut squash soup many times. This is similar to what we used to make at the deli. Every once in a while, like seasonal time, we would make this at the deli, not very often. So I was trying to recreate that recipe because I didn't write that one down anywhere from how we actually, and my brother might have it or my mom might have it, but I don't. But anyway, really, really, really good. Super easy to make. If you guys are interested in seeing some of our other recipes, there'll be some links down below, and then of course here, and then everything that you need for this is listed in the video description down below. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.